Well, hello, my math friends. Guess what? I've been receiving some emails, and this video is to help you out with your con assignment called Area of Composite Shapes. Area of Composite Shapes. So, some of you remember this, some of you this is brand new. A composite shape just means we have a shape that's made up actually of maybe one or two or three smaller shapes. Okay, maybe even four shapes. This picture shows this composite shape, and what I'd like to do is draw a line to turn it into two smaller shapes. So if I put my line right there, just slide over just a little bit, right about there. All right, now what do we have? Instead of that four-sided quadrilateral, we now have a square and a triangle. And we know how to find the area of the square, and we know how to find the area of the triangle, which means we can find the area of the entire shape. But there's a couple of special things that we're going to need to do before we start this, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is to draw my square up here, all right? And to find the area of a square, it's going to be length times width or base times height, it doesn't matter. And my square has this height of 3 and this base of 3. So that's why I just put the two 3's here. And now I'm going to say area equals base times height. I'm going to substitute into my formula. This is going to be 3 times 3. And the area of this square is just 9 units squared. So I'm going to put a big 9 in here. I know that this equals 9. Now, the other picture we have is our triangle. And I'll draw it like this because this one sort of looks like this. So let me start by writing my formula for the area of a triangle. And that is area equals 1/2 base times height. Well, let me outline this triangle for just a moment. There are two sides that matter to us in this triangle. One side we really don't need to worry about, and that's this hypotenuse. That's the name of it, the hypotenuse. But let's start right here. Right here. What is the length of this side of the triangle? Yep, it's 3. This side right here is congruent to this piece of the triangle. So I'm going to put a 3 on this line. I know it's a little hard to see, but hang in there. Now, I don't care about the hypotenuse. I'm looking for the part that forms the 90-degree angle, and there it is. This 7 tells me that it goes the entire length of this side of the quadrilateral. That whole thing is 7. Well, we found out down here that to go from here to here was 3, right? So if the whole thing is 7, and that, oh, well, this matches this, to go from here to here is 3, then what is left for this side of our triangle? Once again, this whole thing is 7. From here to here is 3. So what's 7 minus 3? That is 4. So this side of our triangle is going to be 4. So now we have all the information that we need. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to substitute. So my area equals 1/2. The base of my triangle is 3. And the height of my triangle is 4. Okay. I come down to this part now. I'm going to take half of 4. Half of 4. I don't want to take half of 3. That's an odd number. I'm going to go half of 4 because that's even. So what's half of 4? That is correct. That's 2 times, I still have to use this 3. So the area of our triangle is going to be 6 units squared. So I'm going to put a big 6 right in here. Well, if the area of the square is 9 and the area of the triangle is 6, What should we do to find our total number of units? Well, I'm going to do 9 plus 6, which is 15. So our final answer for this particular question, and by the way, I took this one right from Khan, so if you're lucky enough to get this one, there you go. This answer is 15 units squared. All right, let's do one more. So this picture has a composite shape, and I want to break this into smaller shapes. I could draw a line from here to here, or I could draw a line from here to here. I think I'm going to go with this one first. Put my line right there. And now I see a square, but then I see this other funky quadrilateral. We don't have a formula for this funky quadrilateral, so is there a way to break this one down? Well, if I draw a line from here to here, we now have a rectangle and a triangle. We're just missing some numbers, so why don't we start by filling those in first? All right, so I see a 4 here for my square and a 4 here. That's good. My rectangle has a 2 here, but now I need something that goes from here to here for my rectangle. Okay, well, I see an 8. And the 8 says it's 8 for the whole side of this composite shape. Well, look over here. This is 4. So from here to here is 4. What does that leave us with here? 8 minus 4 is 4. So the side of our rectangle is going to be 4. Now we have one more shape. This time we have 3 shapes. So here I see a triangle, and I need the 90-degree angle. In this case, it kind of was upside down for us, but that's okay. So this line right here, isn't that congruent with this one right here? And we just said that that one was 4. So for our triangle, we're going to put a 4 here. And now the only piece of the triangle we're missing is this one, the other side that forms the 90-degree angle. So let's take a look at what we can see. Oh, look right here. From here to here is 2. That's what it shows us down here. And then if we look up here, from here all the way over to this side is 4. So if I take the whole thing, the whole side, minus this 2, what am I left with for here? That's right, we need to put a 2 in there. And now we have everything we need for our 3 shapes. So let's start with our square. Area equals base times height. And area equals the base of the square is 4. The height is 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. So this is 16 units squared just for the square. All right, let's do the rectangle next. And this rectangle kind of looks like this. And just to help myself, I'm going to put my 2 here. There's my 2. And we said that this side was 4. Same formula. A equals base times height. A equals 4 times 2. And now A equals, what's 4 times 2? That's 8. So our rectangle is 8 units squared. And now we just have our triangle. And let's see, this triangle kind of looks like this. All right, formula for the area of a triangle. Yeah, don't forget the 1/2. I have some folks who've been turning in some work. They keep forgetting that 1/2. You have to have the 1/2. Remember, a triangle is half of a rectangle, and that's why we have to take half of it. All right, so A equals, now I'm going to substitute. Let me look back here to my triangle. My base, even though it's on the top, is 2, and my height is 4. So I'm going to put 1/2 times 2 times 4. Okay? Well, I know some people want to do this. 2 times 4 is 8, and half of 8 is 4. What if I did half of 2? What's half of 2? That's 1. And 1 times 4 is 4. Last but not least, I could have taken half of 4, which is 2, and 2 times 2 would be 4. So our triangle is 4 units squared. And that means we come down here and we take 16 plus 8 plus 4. Let's see, I'm going to go 8 plus 4. I do not have my handy-dandy calculator in front of me. And now I've got 16 plus 12. And what is your answer, my friends? If you said 28 units squared, you are absolutely correct. Okay, so that is how we break composite shapes down into smaller ones. And that is all we have for now. I will talk to you later. And if you have any questions, please email me. All right, see you later.